Hello, Illumination community. My name is Stacy Belinsky, and I am a writer not only on Medium.com for the last couple of years, but also for Illumination in the last few months. And I love doing these videos, so I hope that this will be a way that I can kind of give a little bit more to what some of my articles are about, and maybe you'll have a better chance to know me, and I love the conversations too. So if you're a writer, feel free to reach out in the more direct methods like on Slack if you're part of Illumination, or feel free to comment or whatever's applicable. The topic that I want to talk about today has to do with my piece called Going Home and Living an Intentional Life. And the thing that I want to point out first is through a screen share. So in that piece, I talked about taking a bike ride. I was going to a meeting, and I stopped at a particular point, and it's a river stop over a bridge. And so this is at the beginning of June. And there are a lot of things that have changed in the world, including the scene. Although, if you looked at it from the fall, you would see that it's definitely the same scene. There's just parts of it, there's more colors or something, but there's a definite essence as far as, you know that it's the same spot that you started in. I guess my question is, how do we do this with people? How do we get back to what is the essence of us? And I hadn't really thought about this, except that the training that I've been going through for Svasadhana, which I've mentioned before in my introduction video and in several pieces. So it's using Ayurveda and yoga and like utilizing it, like not just learning it, but utilizing it. Specifically, I also participated in a food-based cleanse in the spring. This is also Ayurvedic. And the idea was that it simplified things. The body had a chance to go deeper. You didn't do things like, you left out things like caffeine and alcohol and sugar, and just made it so you could go back to that essence or towards that essence. And my instructor used a term called home, like going home, because at least according to Ayurveda, we all have a point that is like when we're born, like we're all created for a purpose, and we all have a starting point. And then we have life experiences from pretty much the moment we're conceived, actually, but I mean, you can even say from the moment that we're born, based on the environment. And the environment might change, and we can look again, the environment might change in ways where it's just the colors that have changed, or the clouds in the sky, because that's ongoing. But that basic scene is still the same. And I love looking at this scene, but it's like, but how do I apply that to myself? And I guess having that discussion and just like figuring out that, oh my gosh, going through that experience, and I just had like this creativity surge, and it made me think, why do I even want to go back? I mean, kind of like the bigger difference in the world that some people are complaining about and some people are thriving on. It's like, well, why do I want to go back to doing these things when I gained weight or I had more stress and all of this? It's like, why not? Why don't I want to go back home? So if this interests you at all, let me know where you are. I mean, is it something that maybe you're thinking about and you have questions? Or maybe it's something that you're already past the point where I'm at and you have suggestions or other experience to share. Please let me know and drop a comment. And I'm here to write because if my experience can help anybody else, even just one person, then I want to know. But if you're out there and you can help me in my experience, then I'm appreciative of that too. 'Cause I just see so many people right now that are in need of some sort of support, and whether they admit it or not. And I hope that what I'm doing will help somebody else too on whatever their path is. So what do you think? Going home, living an intentional life, and not just free flowing everywhere. I mean, you can have some free flowing, but how does it work if we make it more intentional? Do we still see that same scene? So comment below or connect with me through other means, and I will make sure that everything is in the description. And I will see you next time. Thanks.